Jesus, you Roosevelt Christ. What is going on? What is going on? You know, I was enjoying the off season, the first few days of the off season, right? I was enjoying, a bit of a holiday vibe, right? Next thing I know, I literally come home, look at the news. This was a few days ago. And all of a sudden I see breaking Anthony Gordon to Barcelona. Okay? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's just links, okay? Talks have just started. La-di-da-di-da. Okay? I open my iPad, turn on my iPad. The first thing I see is a tweet from Fabrizio. Anthony Gordon to Barcelona. Here we go. And I'm thinking to myself, what? What? Why? 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 I'm out here singing like Michael Jackson, man. Why? Tell him that it's Anthony Gordon. No. Cut all that. Cut that crap, okay? But I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised. I was very, very surprised by this. Okay? Considering several factors. A, in my opinion, Anthony Gordon is not Barcelona standard. And B, we already have the best wingers in the world by a country mile. Lamine Yamal and Rafinha. Okay? We're sorted for the next 7 odd years, and with Lamine, we're sorted for the next 20 years. You know? And I'm just thinking to myself, why? Why on earth, man? Like, I get Marcus Rashford on loan, and I was thinking to myself, okay, maybe we need a backup. Maybe we do. Who knows? Okay? Then, it all basically depends on whether we can get the Rashford deal on a permanent basis or not. Okay? Based on that logic, I get it. Okay? However, I kept on reading. Right? I kept on looking. I kept on peeking. And all of a sudden I see the transfer fee. And lads, I'm not joking. For the 4th time in my life, I felt like my heart was going to stop. My heart was going to stop. 80 million. Let me say that again. 80 million. Let me put this in an understandable sentence for you. FC Barcelona Football Club have signed Anthony Gordon for 80 million euros. I'm just figuring out what to say. Cause You know, why? What does Hansi Flick see in Anthony Gordon that we don't? Okay? Because I don't see nothing. And I watch a lot of Premier football, right? And I have done over the last so many years. But Anthony Gordon was never a player where I looked around and went, you know what we're missing? In Barcelona, we're missing an Anthony Gordon type player. Okay? I've never done that. What Flick sees, I don't know. But I'm going to say something, and this might come back to bite me, right? But this is the first ever time I've witnessed a club throw their money out of the window for a position we don't need and for way, way, way too much concerning Anthony Gordon. I want to understand why. If I know the logic to it, then fine. But considering the limited financial resources we have anyway, right? And any blind bat could see as clear as day that last season we lacked in the defence, and with Levy leaving, we need a new striker, a new goal-getter, okay? And as I say, our funds are limited due to stupid business years ago, okay? So I'm saying we've signed a player. I'm going, yes. Who are we gone for? Who have we gone for? 80 million for Anthony Gordon. 80 million for Anthony Gordon, where we don't even have the necessity. It's not even necessary that we spend 80 million on Anthony Gordon. Why? Tell me why. And now I'm referring to the Backstreet Boys, man. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why Anthony Gordon, big mistake. Maybe, okay? Look, ultimately, Anthony Gordon might prove me wrong. Anthony Gordon might score 40 goals next season, okay? And I don't mind it. I'm here for it. If he proves me wrong, you guys can roast me in the comments, because ultimately, I have only my club's best interests at heart. All I'm saying is, I'm very, very, very skeptical about this signing at this moment in time. As I say, considering the limited money resources we have, we should at least spend it wisely and not spend so much money on a position we don't even need. Respectfully, okay? And listen, people can make the argument, well, Rafinha's old, Rafinha will be retiring soon. Please, Rafinha has got another 7 years in him, 5 maybe. And I'll tell you one thing, if there isn't a La Masia wonder kid on the wing in 5 years, 5 to 7 years, you guys can knock my house down. You guys can knock my house down and then try and resell it. And I know that's a little nod to Jamie Clarkson and Top Gear. Shout out to them. But, I'm just very, very skeptical at this point. Very, 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 very skeptical. Why? And it's not like we're giving 18 million to a club that needs it either. Newcastle United are literally owned by the Saudi Arabian prince. They don't need money. We do. They should be paying us, man, so we can pay off our debts. They should be paying us a thank you fee. But look, as I say, I've watched a lot of Prem football, and Anthony Gordon, for me, is a very average player. Very average player. You know, as I say, maybe he'll be like Anthony, and then he starts cooking, you know, and then all the memes come about. But, as I say, Anthony Gordon is just an average player. Can he do something for Barcelona next season? Maybe. I'm here for it. But all I'm saying is, at the moment, I'm very, very skeptical about this signing. Right? Another reason why I'm skeptical is because, right, if we only sign Anthony Gordon this summer due to financial restrictions, I'm fuming. I'm done. If Anthony Gordon is meant to be the big guy who we sign in the summer of 2026, right, I'm fuming. I'm done. I'm calling up Laporta and I'm saying, hey, puta, okay? Sorry, Laporta, okay? Respect you. But if we go, you know, if we're going forward to the 31st of August 2026 and we've signed someone like Alvarez, we've signed someone like Bastoni, and we've signed Anthony Gordon, I'm going, that's a decent window. That's a decent window. Okay? Now, according to Fabrizio, I'm going to bring up the tweet here, right? I actually screenshotted it. It's a few days old, so, you know. Julian Alvarez has informed Atletico Madrid that he is giving Barcelona his full priority. Bid to be sent in soon, according to Fabrizio. Now, as I say, this tweet is a few days old. This tweet has now elaborated, or more information has come out, put it this way. We have offered Atletico Madrid 100 million euros, right? Which, to be fair, for our standards, is good money. Okay? Loads of money. And Julian Alvarez is more than worth that, okay? But Atleti see what we're doing and they're like, whoa, hold the phone, let's not take the mick here. You're telling us you're spending 80 million on Anthony Gordon, but only want to get Alvarez for 100 million. Is this some sort of piss take? And to be honest, I can't blame them. I can really not blame them. Okay? I mean, don't get me wrong. They keep denying that Barca have tweeted that Barca have put in an offer worth 100 million euros. But I look at it, why are you tweeting about something which is apparently false when you've got nothing to hide? For me, this big Twitter uproar from Atletico Madrid side means that something is happening and that they're in fear of losing their player. Okay? But they're trying to cover it up. But by apparently trying to cover it up with all the tweets they do, they make themselves look more suspicious. Okay? I'm just gonna say it how it is. You know, what actually happens, we don't know. But, as I say, if we only sign Anthony Gordon, right, and he's meant to be our big guy for the summer, and we can't sign any more players due to financial restrictions because we need to pull some sort of lever or whatever, I'm fuming. Because, as I say, we don't need that position. But if we go to the 31st of August or even deadline day, 1st of September, and we signed a centre-back that's quick, a striker that can get goals, and maybe a left-back, because Balde can't stay fit to save his life. We're good, okay? But, you know, it remains to be seen what happens with Julian Alvarez. And in my opinion, the fee for Anthony Gordon is way too high, but I think that's the English tax to go with it. But hey, man, we've got approximately two and a bit months, right? And we've got a World Cup in between, okay? So we'll just see what happens, lads. And yeah, Anthony Gordon is a Barcelona player, for better or for worse, depending on how you want to see. You've got my opinion on it. Julian Alvarez, we'll see what happens, but I really, really want this guy. But ultimately, as I say, we've got a bit more than 2 months, lads. Let's just see what happens. And as I say, we've got a World Cup in between. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not want to miss any World Cup content, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, you beautiful people. And leave a like on the video. And also turn on the post notifications. Looks like a little bell, so you don't miss any future videos. And also hype the video as well. It helps me out with the algorithm. So, ladies and gentlemen, give me your thoughts on Alvarez. Give me your thoughts on Anthony Gordon in the comments down below. But with that, I'm saying thank you very much for watching. It's Scotty out. Peace.